How could we decrease cellular mutation that leads to disease and aging? You want to know the steps you need to take to live forever. Well, you should know that life doesn't always work that way. There are a lot of variables you can't control. Sometimes things just happen. But there are other things you can do right now to add years to your life. Years of extra life that you can spend doing whatever you want. And this is the truth. As much as we might like to believe there's some secret, some pill, some serum, a single change we can make to live forever, science has found that it's the little things that matter, the small changes we can make every day. So let me explain what science knows about longevity, and then I'll give you a few tips that can help you live longer. But first, it's important to distinguish between lifespan and health span. Lifespan refers to the total length of a person's life. Health span refers to the number of years a person lives in good health, free from illness and disability. The goal is not simply to live longer, but to live better, to enjoy more years of good health and independence. So here's what science says. We all have a biological clock that regulates sleep cycles, metabolism, hormone release, and many other essential functions. The clock, controlled by a gene called clock, determines when to perform vital functions like repairing DNA, clearing waste products, and synthesizing proteins. As we age, this internal clock becomes increasingly inaccurate. It loses sync with the actual 24-hour day. Disruptions in sleep patterns, hormonal imbalances, metabolic disorders, and an accumulation of cellular damage contribute to the aging process. The key to longevity, therefore, lies in maintaining the accuracy of our biological clocks and mitigating the adverse effects of aging. Some people are genetically predisposed to living longer than others. They have a genetic lottery ticket. But even the longest living people share common characteristics. They eat a nutritious diet, exercise regularly, maintain social connections, and engage in mentally stimulating activities. Although we don't fully comprehend the genetic basis of longevity, researchers have identified 5 key regions associated with exceptional lifespan: chromosomes 4, 6, 10, 11, and 21. Further investigations into these chromosomal regions aim to unravel the genetic secrets behind exceptional longevity. One compelling theory proposes that the decline of protective proteins, including sirtuins, contributes to the aging process. Sirtuins safeguard the genome by detecting and repairing DNA damage. They also regulate essential cellular processes such as metabolism and inflammation. Maintaining sufficient levels of these proteins could hold the key to mitigating age-related diseases. Another intriguing concept involves telomeres. These protective DNA sections at the ends of chromosomes shorten with each cell division. When telomeres become too short, cells enter a state of permanent growth arrest known as replicative senescence or apoptosis. One enzyme, telomerase, can counteract this shortening by adding DNA to the telomeres. By activating telomerase, we may find a way to extend the lifespan of cells and potentially delay the onset of age-related diseases. The next thing you need to know is that cellular senescence, the state of stable cell cycle arrest, is an essential part of the aging process. While it initially protects against age-related diseases, excessive or prolonged senescence accelerates aging by disrupting tissue function and promoting inflammation. Targeting senescent cells for removal through therapies known as senolytics or xenomorphics holds promise for delaying age-related diseases and extending both lifespan and health span. This approach has shown success in animal models, improving their physical function and delaying the onset of age-associated disorders. Clinical trials are underway to evaluate the safety and efficacy of senolytics in humans, offering hope for a future where removing zombie cells becomes a routine part of healthcare, potentially allowing us to enjoy our golden years with greater vitality and vigor. And finally, it's important to understand the role of mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria play a pivotal role in aging. Over time, they accumulate damage leading to reduced energy production, increased oxidative stress, and the release of pro-inflammatory molecules. restoring mitochondrial health through various interventions such as caloric restriction, intermittent fasting, exercise, and certain bioactive compounds shows potential for mitigating age-related diseases and extending lifespan. Now, having said all that, here are 5 tips you can use to live longer, healthier lives. 1. Eat a healthy diet. I know you already knew this one, but let me break it down further. Eat plenty of fruits and veggies, lean proteins, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. Avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats. Keep your carbs low, your protein moderate, and your fats high. That's what's called a ketogenic diet, keto for short. 2. Exercise regularly. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week. Include strength training exercises that target all major muscle groups 2 or more days a week. And remember to include both cardio and strength training in your workout routine. 3. Get enough sleep. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Develop a regular sleep schedule and stick to it as much as possible. Ensure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Use technology in moderation. The blue light emitted from screens can interfere with your natural sleep cycle. Limit screen time before bed, and consider using blue light filters or glasses. Take breaks from screens every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, look away from your device for at least 20 seconds. This is called the 20-20-20 rule. 4. Manage stress effectively. Engage in stress-reducing activities like yoga, deep breathing exercises, meditation, or spending time in nature. Connect with others. Social support is essential for both mental and physical health. Nurture your relationships with family and friends. Consider joining clubs or groups to meet new people who share your interests. And finally, 5. Don't smoke, limit alcohol consumption, and avoid harmful substances. If you smoke, quit. If you drink alcohol, do so in moderation. Stay away from drugs. Now, there are other things you can do. To boost your longevity, you can take supplements, but only after you've ruled out the possibility that you can get those nutrients from food. Fasting is another popular method to help you live longer. The scientific community believes that fasting triggers a process called autophagy. Autophagy is essentially your body cleaning house. It gets rid of old or damaged cells and recycles the material to create new cells. And this is good because it helps keep your body healthy and improves your immune system. So autophagy can actually help you fight off disease and infection, which could add to your lifespan. Intermittent fasting is the most popular form of fasting, and it's relatively simple. Just skip breakfast, eat lunch and dinner, but not snacks. And remember, you can't make up for a poor diet with good genes or fasting. Your lifestyle matters most. Your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. Do everything you can to live a healthy lifestyle. Eat right, exercise, manage your stress, sleep well, and stay engaged. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things just happen. You can't control everything, but you can control a lot of things. So take charge of what you can. Make healthy choices and try to live each day to the fullest. You never know when your time will come, but you do know that time is precious. So use it wisely. If you enjoyed this video, check out the next one. See you there.